Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a video centered on different ways to connect different consoles to different TVs on different budgets. So let's just go ahead and start. The first and easiest method is just to plug the console directly into the TV using the cables that come with the console. When you're talking retro consoles, it's usually these coax box adapters or these three colored wires. These are okay to start. The problem is with recent TVs, usually they don't have the composite input, and the thing with this thing here, coax, is that it's really the worst video quality you can get. So I don't really recommend those unless you don't have any other options. The thing is, once you jump up to cables like that, you get a great upgrade in quality, and you can get boxes like these. These are switchers, composite switchers, and you can get something like this off Amazon for like less than $20. And these are good because they allow you to plug multiple consoles and then be able to switch them from the click of a simple button. So you don't have to go messing around the back of the TV to switch the wires each time you want to connect a different console. Now, these still face the same problem that if your TV doesn't have composite inputs, you still can't use them. The solution for that is, well, there are some cheaper ways on Amazon to have a composite to HDMI thing, but what I recommend and what I used to have is what they call a RetroTINK 2X Mini. So this thing allows for composite input, also it allows S-video input and transforms it into HDMI, so you can get it on the big screen. So that's a great solution that I used to use. Now, if you want to plug them into CRT TVs, these basically always have these kinds of inputs. So you can plug these cable boxes directly into the TV. So next there's S-video. So most consoles, at least the Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, I know some models of Genesis, and some other consoles support S-video. And that's another step up from composite. And you can get some boxes like this one who have S-video inputs. I have two different ones here that are different branded, but they're the exact same thing. I don't know where to get them, but I got them at some thrift stores or flea markets or places like that. So you can get switchers like this, and these allow you to use S-video. The RetroTINK will still work. Most CRT TVs have S-video inputs, and that's another great boost to your setup. Now, the best way is to get something like this. This is an Extron crosspoint. Well, I say the best way. I find that it's the best way in terms of how much money it costs and the quality you get. So this is an Extron Crosspoint 300 series. It has 12 inputs and 8 outputs. It has at the back 5 BNC inputs. That's what it looks like, and it also has a proprietary Phoenix input for the audio. So BNC can be easily adapted to different other formats. So what that means in general is that you can plug everything that's composite, component, or SCART into it with some adapters. These are available at places like eBay or Insurrection Industries, Retro Gaming Cables, and other shops like that. And you can get some RGB SCART cables for your console. So for example, for the Super Nintendo, you get the Super Nintendo to SCART cable, and then get a SCART to BNC adapter, and you can plug it to this. Once it's into this, you can, through the outputs, select where you want to send it, either to one or the other TV. I made some small images here representing what goes where. So these machines, they don't change the signal, they just propagate it. So if you have a composite input, it's going to be a composite output also. So you have to use your different outputs for your different inputs. So I just have 2 TVs, but as you can see, I have 4 outputs that are used. So you have to keep that in mind. Also something to keep in mind is that RGB is pretty complicated to get your head around. There's some different sync formats. For the Extron, I found that the C-Sync or composite sync is the way to go. I recommend checking My Life in Gaming on YouTube if you want some more information about that. That's a great resource. They make amazing videos, and that's what I based most of my research on. Also, RetroRGB is a great website to check for more information. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, once that's through, you need a TV that accepts these different signals, especially SCART and RGB. For the HD TV, there are multiple solutions, but what I find to be the best one is something called the RetroTINK 5X, which has composite, component, S-Video, and RGB SCART inputs and outputs to HDMI. So that's a very simple solution that allows you to plug it into a TV and have a great result. Now for the CRT, very few CRTs have native RGB support. You can mod a consumer TV to accept that kind of signal, but that's a whole other can of worms and pretty complicated. What I found to be the best solution is I went on Facebook Marketplace, found this, I guess you could say PVM, professional video monitor. This one's from JVC, and at the back it had an input for a RGB card, and it had an expansion slot, in other words. So I went on eBay and found that card. They make some reproductions, and I was able to get some RGB into this TV through that. So yeah, once you have all these pieces, you just have to fit them together. And I was almost forgetting. That's all for the retro consoles, but everything started with like Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, and up. All has HDMI, and with HDMI it's very simple. I got those HDMI switchers off Amazon. They're about $50, and they automatically switch. In fact, they detect the input and switch to the active one. So once you turn on a console, it automatically goes to the right input and displays it on the TV. So those are great. They even work in chain. So let's say I have one that's plugged into the other, and if a console's turned on to the second one, well, the first one switches to the second switch, and that one switches to the console that's turned on. So these are really great. So I've talked about various different things in this video. I'll try to put everything I can in the description, links or things like that can help. And if you have any questions, just write a comment and I'll try to reply. So, oh, wait, I just realized I completely forgot to talk about the S-Video Extron that I have right here. So that's another Extron, MPX423A. This one only has S-Video inputs. My GameCube and N64 are in S-Video, so I use this switcher for those consoles. It has, I think, 4 inputs and 2 outputs, so it's a lot more limited than the other one, but it does the job for what I need from it. And it was a lot cheaper than the other one. So yeah, that's everything. Oh, no, it isn't. One thing to note about the Extrons is that they don't have any power button. So once it's plugged in, it's always on. And these generate a bit of heat. So what I found to be the best solution is to have an easily accessible power extender here. And when I need it, I can just turn on this thing and the switchers are on and used. And when I'm done playing, I can easily turn it off, and it basically adds an on-off button to the Extrons. So this is it now, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.